G'day everyone, and welcome to the start of another video. This one we go and have a look at the world's biggest tractor, and that's proudly on display here in Western Australia. And then we go on to Cervantes, and it's at Cervantes that we go out to the Pinnacles Desert. From there we go into New Norcia, and that one was recommended to us by a lady in the information centre at Geraldton, so very lucky that she did that. And then from there we make our way down into Perth and have a bit of a look around in Perth. Hope you enjoy what we've got to show you. I'm Mick, and this is Sally. Together we've been caravanning Australia since the 1980s, and more recently we started to put the videos together just to show you some of what we see out there. There's a lot to see in Australia, and we hope you enjoy what we have here to show you. Joining us on the big lap with their own van are our good friends Michael and Janice. You can follow us on our trips via the following social media platforms. With our time now in Geraldton over, it was time to start to slowly make our way towards Perth, and this was going to be the start of a bit of inland zigzagging. As we were making our way inland, it was nice to see that the countryside and all the farming crops were in such healthy condition. As we entered into Carnamah, we did a right-hand turn and came to the parking bay, and we come here to have a look at that big orange thing. It's the biggest tractor in the world, and it's a replica of some 5 times the original size. Just to put everything in perspective, there's Sally standing by the rear wheel, and here I am sitting in the front wheel. G'day everyone, and we've arrived here at the Carnamah, if I've pronounced that right, the Carnamah Caravan Park. We're here for one night, moving on tomorrow, but we had a look at that big tractor on the way in, and that is a huge tractor. It's very nice to see. It's now our 114th day on the road on this trip, and this caravan park here, in all fairness to all the others, this one here would have to be the most cleanest and well presented out of all the parks that we've stayed in. It was late in the morning when I had the camera recording this around the caravan park, so don't be fooled by the small amount of people that are currently here, because as the day progressed, and certainly by that evening, the caravan park was almost at full capacity. Beautiful lawned area here by the small camp kitchen, and what a great campfire, a communal campfire for those cold nights. As well as having the large tractor that we saw on our entry into the town, they've got the Chamberlain John Deere Museum here, and there is a lot of machinery on display here. It's incredible the condition that everything is in, and just the vast numbers. It's well worth a visit. This is a private collection of tractors, and we can only hope that eventually down the track, when this person or people involved with the collection no longer are able to do it, that there'll be some capable person willing to take it on. Back in the day, I guess when tractors were small, you wanted a little bit more horsepower, so you joined two together. And that's the configuration of tractor that we're looking at the moment. From our first overnight inland stay, it was time to move back towards the coast, and with that unfortunately came the wet weather. Our day started off as a beautiful day, blue skies, but the closer we got to the coast, the darker the sky became, and eventually it turned to rain. We were lucky enough, however, to get onto our site at the caravan park, get the vehicle unhooked, and then the rain came down and it was quite heavy. G'day everyone, and we've just booked into a very wet, windy, wild sort of a day here at the RAC Cervantes Holiday Park, and we just got onto the site and it started to rain quite heavy, been a lot of rain, and so just finished setting up now that it's eased off a bit. So we're here for 2 nights, and hopefully while we're here we can go and have a look at the Pinnacles Desert, but of course that's going to depend on the weather. The rain did eventually clear, and that gave us a bit of an opportunity to have a look around the caravan park. It's a reasonably small caravan park, but it does offer a big number, I suppose, of caravan sites, and as well as that, it's got a lot of cabins and chalets. Very clean caravan park, this one out on the grounds, and no sooner that rain did stop earlier on, and the grounds people were out cleaning up any timber and rubbish that did float down the roads. Beautiful camp kitchen here, everything that the traveller would need. We were very lucky on our first full day here. The weather did clear enough, it was a beautiful day actually, and we took the short drive that was going to take us out to the Pinnacles Desert. The area as you enter the Pinnacles Desert is set up for the tourist. It's a real tourism spot, this one now, a lot different to what it was when we were here 21 years ago. We did drive through at that point 21 years ago, and the road is still here, and you'll see it later on. You're unable to drive at the moment, and that was due to weather and washouts and so on, we believe, but whether it will reopen to traffic or not, that I don't know. The amount of people that was visiting the desert on the day that we were here, it's just too many to have people driving around too, so perhaps it may stay closed permanently, but we walked around on this day, of course, because you couldn't drive, and we enjoyed it better walking around through the Pinnacles Desert rather than what it was when we were driving. The road looks pretty good here where we're walking up now, but then it turns to a very heavy washout here, so very soft sand. Whether they repair it, only time will tell, but as I mentioned earlier on, it depends on the crowd numbers as well. On the move again, and this time we were heading inland, and it was going to be our second night inland, and of course the further inland we went, the better the weather became. The drive that we were taking today was a little bit different country-wise to what we've already travelled on, and it was very enjoyable. G'day everyone, and we are now camped at the donation camp here at New Norcia. Only here for one night, and that'll allow us to go for a walk and have a look at the town. We camped alongside the oval here. It's just a matter of driving in, finding a suitable location and parking the van up. The town of New Norcia has had many purposes. It was once a mission, a monastery, a provider of education, and now is a place of spiritual retreat. The monastery is now a home to a population of monks who live a simple communal life of prayer and work within the monastery. We did a self-guided tour around the town, and the town is very clean, and the architectural structure of the buildings is certainly very beautiful to look at. We had no idea of anything to do with the town of New Norcia until we were in the information centre whilst at Geraldton, and we were so glad that the lady there informed us of the town, and we were not disappointed at all that we made the effort to come out and have a look. While walking around, we had a look at the old church here, and the inside is as beautiful to look at as the outside is. With our single night at New Norcia now over, we were back on the road again, and this time heading back towards the coast, and it was going to be a suburb of Perth where we were going to base ourselves for several nights. G'day everyone, and we're here at Caravan Waters Resort, in a suburb of Perth, and we're here for 7 nights at this stage. We've got so much to do. I've got a few dental appointments, the drone's got to go to the doctor, and the car's got to go to a workshop as well, so we'll play it by ear as to how long we do stay. Beautiful caravan park, this one, and the only thing that I would fault it for, and it's the only one thing, and that's the narrow roadway that divides each row of caravans from the other one. A little bit tight to turn in with a van, but it's a huge caravan park in one sense. Beautiful lake here in the middle of the, or to one side in the middle of the caravan park, and very picturesque indeed. There are 3 swimming pools, or 2 swimming pools and 1 spa. The spa is heated to a constant 32 degrees, and the other 2 pools are at different temperatures. The sun was shining, and no trip to Perth could be complete without going up to the very pretty Kings Park. As you stand at the lookout area on the side of Kings Park, you get a very good view of Perth City. On the southern side of the Swan River, of course, you've got South Perth. Although it hasn't got high buildings like the city has, it's a great image to look at. With so many days in Perth, with all these appointments that we had lots of time to spend as we saw fit, and we didn't hesitate to go out to the Aquarium of Western Australia. There are so many different displays in this spot here, and the beautiful colour of the coral, the fish, everything's in a natural type of environment as it's been set up, and you could just spend hours out here. The grassy, leafy sea dragon as seen here, with all its camouflage, almost seemed unreal, but believe me, it was true to life, and it was just bobbing around here in its water. There is so much to see at the Aquarium Centre, and with the tunnel here, it's got a conveyor system that you can stand on, and that will slowly move you through the tunnel. Should you want to walk a little bit quicker, of course, you step off of the conveyor and walk at your own pace. To be able to go underneath the water and look up and view all the fish, the sharks, the turtles, anything that's in there, it's absolutely amazing. To be able to view sharks swimming at such a close range and know that they're not going to bite you, now that's something that you got to look forward to. There is no time limit on anything that you look at here. The tunnel, you can go around as many times as you wish, and the static displays, well, once again, you can look at them as often and as long as what you want. I'm sure these fellas could see us, because as soon as we came to the edge of the water, they came swimming towards us. There is a very large aquarium that allows you to look in from the top of the water. As well as that, you can go around to the side and sit in lounge chairs and look through the windows here and admire all the fish swimming around. We took a drive down to Fremantle, and it was there that we visited the Fremantle prison. Now, this prison operated up until when it closed on the 30th of November 1991. There are a number of tours that you can take when visiting the prison, and the one that we did was behind the bars. And when you do that, I'm not going to list price because you can get concession, you can get children, you can get adults, so have a look at the website. I'll put a link down to the website below. But when you do a tour, what they do offer is, out of the 3 tours available, if you do one and only book for one, you can then go in and purchase another one, and instead of paying full price, that next tour will only cost you $10 as an additional tour, and you've got 30 days before you must do that tour. G'day everyone, and this brings us to the end of this video. In the end, we spent 10 nights here in Perth. We got everything done. The drone was looked at. Land Cruiser's had a new intercooler fitted. I had about 5 trips to the dentist, so I should be good there. And from here, we start to head east and go across the Nullarbor, making our way back to Adelaide. And of course, that'll be the end of the trip. But great here in Perth. Unfortunately, we've experienced the tail end of their wettest winter in 30 years, but never mind. We managed to get everything done. We caught up with some friends. It's been good whilst we've been here. Not a lot of recording was done in Perth, but that's just the way things turned out. So off to the Nullarbor from here, and until that video does go up, you take care and look after yourself.